I will start the basic about the digital signal processing. What are the digital signal processing and the basic overview about the digital signal processing course structure. Unit 1 is the basic about the digital signals. Digital signals and systems. Your basic idea about what are the digital signals and the systems, and introduction about the digital signal processing. What are the building blocks of the digital signal processing? Means what are the basic element of the digital signal processing syllabus? First is you have used the signal, then you have processed by using digital signal processors, and then you have convert the signal in the DSP processor output to the analog, digital to analog converters, and then given to the output system. This is the basic idea about. I have just overview about the digital signal processing course structure and the representation of the digital signals. In the unit 1 you have first introduction about the digital signal representation. You have also studied in the signal processing course. Just overview about the digital signal processing, the representation of digital signals, basic sequence. These are the types of the representations, and there are the various representations of digital signals, representation of arithmetic sequence, linear system. These are the types of the systems. Classification you also study in the signal processing class. Just you have basic background about the signal processing point of view. The signals and the system. You have also know about this. What are the signal and what is the definition of the signal, and then you have goes to the systems. The basic systems you have studied in the digital signal processing course. Is the important system is linear shift invariant, LTI, and then you have studied the stability, and also you study the causality, and the basic idea about how to convert the digital signal into the analog signal into digital. The basic criterion of conversion of analog to digital signal, the basic building block is the sampling of the signal. Then you have quantization process, and then goes to the encoder space. This is the basic building block of AD converters. Here also studying the PCM system. This is the basic building block of the signal conversion, because the signal is present in the environment in the nature of analog form. Then this is converted into the discrete one, and then converted to the digital, because your device is compatible to the digital signal. Then you have convert the signal, continuous signal, into the digital one. Is the conversion process behind the digital signal processing. There is a basic step. It is the elementary steps to convert this analog signal into the digital. There are the basic steps. You have given the continuous time signal input, CTS, and then this is a sampler. Sampler is nothing but you have applied the sampling theorem. Here the sampling rate is greater than 2 FM. Then this signal is converted into discrete one, and then this quantizer step is used to discretize the label in a fixed label, and then you have decide this label is treated as there are various types of quantizers that involved to convert the analog signal to the digital. Then this quantization output goes to the encoder stage. Encoder means you have encoded the discrete level of the signal into the digital one. Means you are taking a decision here. This level is in the range of 0 and 1, and the threshold value is in the above range. This is treated as 1, and the threshold level below that level then treated as 0. And then this signal is called as a distal signal. Distal and discrete, there are two things. There is a little bit difference between a distal and discrete. You have also know the basic difference between a discrete signal and distal signal. I have also discussed in the previous lecture of the signal processing class what are the basic difference between a discrete signal and distal signal. You have revised it. And in unit second, you have discussed the realizations. In unit second, you have studied the realizations of the distal system. Realization of a distal system means you have studied the basic realizations methods. You have studied the IR and FIR system. These are two systems you have studied. IR means you have studied the infinite impulse response system. And next system is FIR. FIR is not means FIR. You have finite impulse response system. These are the two systems. In the realizations techniques, you have studied the basic block diagram realizations method of IR systems and FIR system. There are various methods to realize the system by a given method. You have studied the IR realization by direct realization methods, and you have studied the cascade realizations, parallel realizations, and ladder structure realizations of IR systems. And you have also studied the FIR systems. For the realization of the systems, you have used the direct method, cascade methods, and the linear phase realization method for the FIR system realization. You have realization means nothing but it is the you have studied the basic elements in the form of block diagram. You have realized any system, distal system. You have sketched out the basic building blocks. You have draw the in the form of model, means the basic building block of the any system can be realized by different methods and different applications. IR and FIR, there are two systems, and there are various methods to realize the IR and FIR systems. You have studied the direct method realizations, cascade method realizations, parallel method realizations, ladder method realization for the IR system. There are various other methods of realizations in the IR system. You have lattice method is one of the other methods to realize, but in your course you have in the ladder structures. And FIR system realization, you have studied direct, cascade, parallel, and ladder. Yeah, linear phase. Ladder, you have linear phase method. Linear phase methods, most important method for the realization of FIR system. One more thing is important for the system classifications. You have also known the system classifications. Likewise, IR and FIR, these are the two nomenclatures of system classifications. IR means infinite impulse response system, means infinite impulse response system means the impulse response is infinite, that's the stability is not the system is not more stable. And then physical realizations are physically realizable, but there are other methods to classify the system classification and stability. And then more common questions to differentiate the why FIR system is more stable than the IR system. According to the basic difference of the system classifications, according to the impulse response, FIR systems are sensitively stable because the impulse response are the finite. According to the bounded input, bounded output stability criteria, Bibo stability criteria, bounded input, bounded output stability criteria. According to the bounded input, bounded output stability criteria means you have given the bounded input, output is the bounded output. According to the bounded input, bounded output stability criteria, the input is bounded, then output is bounded. In the case of finite impulse response, where the impulse response is finite, that's why the stability of any system can be changed by its impulse response, and the sum of the impulse response is absolutely summable are finite. That's why the system is stable. This is the basic criterion to differentiate the system is stable or not stable. This is the basic criterion to justify the system is stable. It is the basic criterion, not a sufficient condition for all the systems. It is a is the general criterion to system checking the system is stable or unstable. In the case of FIR and IR, this is the basic differentiations. And in unit 3rd, you are studying the design of IR system and the FIR system. In unit 3rd, you have discussed the system designing, design of IR system. Design of IR system. Design of IR system means you have designed the IR filters by using some methods for the realizing. There are various methods to design our IR system, IR filter designing. You have studied the impulse invariance method, bilinear transformation method, and you have studied the various likewise filter characteristics like all-pole analog filters, Butterworth, Chebyshev, and designing of distal Butterworth and Chebyshev filter. These are the basic criteria to study the characteristics of the analog filters and to the distal filter. So analog filter, in the basic method to realize the IR filter design, the first method is impulse invariance method. I am not going over detailed description. We have discussed in the in unit 3rd in detail what are the designing method of impulse invariance method and the bilinear transformation method for designing of IR filter. Just your review about the basic overview of the filter designing method. First class you have just overview about the what are the basic steps of the DSP and what are the basic background of the distal signal processing and the IR and FIR. Next unit 4 you have discussed the design of FIR system. FIR Yeah, the various methods to design FIR systems. First is the windowing techniques. Another is various windows are available to design FIR systems. Windowing methods, and there we have studied the rectangle window methods. Other commonly used windows method of general mathematical formulations of the window techniques. You have used the Fourier transform methods to design a FIR filter designing. An example of filter designing using windows method, just the FIR system is focused on the windowing methods, and the various windowing methods are available and various function of the window methods are available, and you have used these various window methods to use and study the characteristics of different windows for the different applications.